The crackle of flames consumed my senses, but the fire burning inside my chest was far worse. Traitors in my own ranks had trapped me in the manor, locking the exits before setting the place ablaze. Smoke choked my lungs, and my vision blurred as I collapsed near the grand staircase, the suffocating heat pulling me into darkness. Then through the roaring inferno, I felt a soft, cool touch against my cheek. I opened my eyes to see a small, delicate girl fighting through the smoke. She couldn't have been more than 5 feet 3 inches, her eyes wide with terror. Yet her arms dragged my heavy frame with an insane, desperate strength. She pulled me out into the cold night air, collapsing beside me on the grass. I stared at her in silence, her small hands covered in soot, her breath coming in heavy gasps. For the first time in my ruthless life, I felt weak. I didn't say a word, but as my manager Daniel arrived and drove me away, her face was burned into my mind far more deeply than the scars of that fire. I gave Daniel explicit orders. Find her, give her the card, protect her from a distance. 6 months later, for 6 long months, I waited for her to call the number on that card. She never did. She went back to her quiet life, completely unaware that the man she saved was Abhay Rathor, a monster who gets whatever he wants. If she wasn't going to come to me voluntarily, I had to construct a trap she couldn't escape. Buying out her father's collapsing company was child's play. Setting up the condition of an arranged marriage to clear his crippling debts was even easier. Now, I loosened my tie as I stepped into the luxury penthouse suite. The carved wooden doors clicked shut behind me. Standing near the vanity in a heavy silver-embroidered saree was Bhumi. She turned around, and the sheer color drained from her face as her eyes met mine. "You," she whispered, her voice trembling. I closed the distance between us with slow, deliberate steps, backing her up until her spine hit the vanity edge. The subtle scent of tuberoses radiating from her completely shattered my self-control. "You saved my life 6 months ago, Bhumi," I purred, my baritone dropping into a low, possessing whisper as I leaned down into her personal space. "You ignored my card, so I had to buy your father's entire world just to bring you into mine." "Abhay," she gasped, her small hands resting against my chest, her heart hammering wildly under my palms. You planned this whole marriage?" A dark, victorious smirk curved my lips. I reached out, my thumb gently tracing her soft jawline, feeling the erratic pulse beneath her delicate skin. "You pulled a monster out of the flames, wifey," I whispered, brushing my lips against the shell of her ear. "And now you belong to him."